What's going on, family? This is not financial advice. Do your own research, man. We're gonna get in some option plays, and then we're gonna check out some data. So tomorrow we got the news coming out at 8:30. CPI. That's gonna create a lot of volatility for the markets. Then we got Thursday. We got PPI coming out at 8:30 as well. Then we got the retail sales after that on Friday. So it's going to be a wild week, so can't wait to see what's going to happen with this market. I do have a few stocks I'm watching. As you know, Palantir had their earnings and they did pretty well. Looks like they're still pumping, so they had a spike up on Palantir. As you can see, Palantir is looking pretty strong right now. And then we got Meta. I'm still trying to get this gap filled on Meta. I'm just waiting for the perfect entry. If we continue to push up, we could come all the way back up to 185, 186 area. If they continue to push up, I'm looking for continuation above 180, back up to 183 and then 186. So I'll put an alert on this. If we get continuation for uh, Meta, I will be looking for a call on Meta above 180. On up to the first target will be 183 to 186 area. That's my first target for Meta. If a continuation, if uh if we get some shorting, I'm looking for a break beneath 177 back down to 174 area. So that'll be a nice trade as well on the short end. So the current market situation right now, as you can see, we had a beautiful uptrend day to day. Um, Pretty simple day to day if you were just trading the SPY. The stocks were pretty choppy, but for instance, I'm just kind of go over a couple of these trades that I took for myself. I like in the money plays. So the first hour was pretty slow on up here. So we got the uptrend. They never came back exactly to the gap. So they kind of pushed on up and then we consolidated from went sideways for about 10 to 10:30. So this is a 30-minute consolidation. You got to fill the tip to go down. And then we got a break above outside this range. That's a failed breakdown. And this was beautiful trades you could have took, or you could have bought the pullback. I did like this pullback. This was a better entry because we got first entry long, second entry long off this trap because this was a short term resistance right here, 411. This was a trap, and they completely engulfed it, and then they pushed on up aggressively, and then they consolidated for majority of the day. So these were two trades that I took. You could have took this trade at the end of the day. This huge pullback right here, this lower low, run these stops. That's all this was, and they pushed on up. But this was the end of the day. I usually don't mess with that area for the last 30, 40 minutes. That was just garbage. But this was the trade of the day, the breakout pullback. Or if you liked these two attempts down here to go short, this was probably the best trade. But I like this one, this trap engulfing, because it pushed straight on up really quick. And that could have ended the day. Or you could have just held and just rolled this on out. But calls above 410. And then we got a call at, what is that, 410.5, 10.8. So even if you got in a little late at 411, calls on both on this S&P, and those were pretty simple trading days today. So we can kind of zoom out and look at the bigger picture and see what CPI is going to be, man. So as you can see, they held this trend line for the market. So as you know, energy is going to continue to do well because of the inflation rates. We still got to watch healthcare um, and utilities. Those will do pretty well and during this inflation period, but held this uptrend. They kind of flagged a little bit and they completely pushed on back up. They're almost back up to where they were before. They're just going sideways at this point. But I'm looking for a break above. If CPI comes out lower than expected, which it should, they got some gaps to fill up here. If we get a breakout on the CPI, look for a breakout pullback to test this 416 zone. This is the zone you want to watch. This 416 zone for tomorrow. If CPI breaks out and pull back and retest this, look to go long if it comes out lower than expected. So they're expecting it to be 6.2 to 6.1 to 6.2%. I think it's at 6.4. So it's pretty much been dropping over the past year. So inflation is still high. Don't get it wrong, because it's still up at 6%. And they are going to continue to raise rates. So inflation will continue to remain high for a longer period of time. So we don't know how that's going to look for certain sectors such as growth, but commodities will probably do well because these things will continue to rise. The banks will continue to make money. Anybody who's doing loans and anything like that, they're going to continue to push this market um, during this period, man. So look for a retest of this zone. If they retest 416 on a lower than it's, even if they come at 6.3, 6.2, 6.3, even if they come at 6.4, expect this market to pump. They're going to fill these gaps up here. The first one is at 421. Then we got another one up here, somewhere up here at I think 426, somewhere up here, but it's marked on my other chart. But if we get a bad number, if the inflation comes out higher than 6.4, if it comes out at 6.5, 6.6, 6 point, anything above what it was before, this market is going to do something crazy. It's going to tank. It's going to push from here all the way back on down to here. It's going to come all the way back down. We're going to see this market break on out of this trend, and it's going to come all the way back down. It's going to test this area. It's going to be the first stop down here at 390. So be prepared, man. Do not get caught on the wrong side of this market, man. So wait for the CPI to come out. Give the market time to trend, because it will trend tomorrow. Whichever way it's going to go is going to trend. Whichever way CPI says is going to be volatile. They're going to spike up, spike down. And then after the market settles and they trend, that's when we're going to get, I'm expecting CPI to be lower. So as you can see, I'm bullish for CPI, but I will not be buying anything until the trend develops. So hopefully it's a simple day tomorrow. A lot of volatility. The VIX is starting to break out again. We can check that out, man. But before we do, man, hit like and subscribe, man, so we can keep this content pumping and we can keep this trading group going, man, because we got a lot of people who trying to get with the program as far as options trading, scalping, understanding the market, investing, all that. So the more the merrier, man. So the VIX is breaking out. As you can see, they closed right back down at 20, but they have broken out of this channel. So the VIX is officially broken out. And if we get some bearish action, this market breaks back above 22, this thing is going to shoot off like a rocket. So we're expecting the VIX to continue to pump. Everybody's bullish at this point. So that's when we got to be careful. We got to look for opportunities to short because everybody's so bullish right now. So the bullish sentiment is back. So that is the time to where the market will tank. So just be on the lookout for these opportunities, man. The VIX is pumping. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Be on research. I'm out.